The living dead. Human sacrifice. Candy corn.
Hold on, let's back up a bit. New in the latest update for Fallout 4 is a Halloween settlement workshop, but it's much more than that. This new creation not only comes with new settlement decorations, but also armor, power armor, and a brand new, really interesting quest. Now, usually when the Creation Club is updated, you have to click on the Creation Club button from the main menu, and then navigate the Creation Club to find the creation you want, and then purchase it with credits. Only once purchased and downloaded and installed will you be able to access it from within the game. But in Bethesda's latest update for Fallout 4, these new creations, as well as a few old ones, are added to your game for free. You don't have to download them, you don't have to install them, they're included in the update, which essentially makes them now a baked-in part of the game. So once the update is installed, all you have to do to access these creations is log into the game. Once you do, all of the new quests associated with these new creations start flying by on your screen. Today we'll be tackling All Hallows Eve. Listen to the mysterious signal. Now this quest is kind of bugged. I don't know why, but sometimes when you listen to the mysterious signal, you don't hear anything. And this is a problem because in order to advance with the quest, you have to listen to the mysterious signal, which will then place a map marker on your map. If the signal doesn't work, you have to find the place yourself, which is impossible as it's in the middle of the ruins of Boston. I got around this by loading a previous save. For some reason, a previous save on a different character caused the broadcast to work. And if it works, it sounds like this. And from there, it loops. It sounds like a human voice, whispering and covered in static. Maybe it's being played in reverse. Either way, we can't tell what this signal says. But once we are able to listen to the signal, our Pip-Boy traces the source of the signal to the Harbormaster Hotel, right next to Boston Harbor. Now, if we don't get the broadcast, we can still advance with the quest by simply going to the Harbormaster Hotel. Once we walk through the front door, the quest progresses as normal. Now, the Harbormaster Hotel existed in the vanilla game, but there was no major quest that brought us here save for Radiant quests. It was just an interesting place to explore, inhabited by raiders. But with this creation installed, we find a new door in the western wall, which leads to the New England Technocrat Society. Opening the door, we find ourselves in a brand new interior cell, and our quest log updates to investigate the New England Technocrat Society. There is a skeleton wearing a derby, still sitting in front of a podium. Codsworth opens the door to investigate further, but we've got a terminal behind the skeleton that we need to read. The lobby terminal. Welcome to the New England Technocrat Society, where progress meets practicality. Log entry, August 7th, 2077. User J. Pratt. Our new terminal system is finally installed and running. All the daily operations are now handled by a central terminal in the control room. It's a new Robco Industries model with a fancy AI chip that handles our air conditioning, lighting, power, and even music selection. Next week, we've got a hotshot programmer coming in to tune it up and enhance its learning capabilities. Mr. Wendt wants to let it start planning our special events to keep things fresh and unpredictable. At this rate, I'm going to be out of a job in no time. Oh, brilliant. They installed an AI to run the air conditioning and do event planning. Nothing can go wrong there. In the next one, September 15th, 2077, another boring day here in the lobby. I wish they would let me become a full member of the society already. I used to take care of this place. I'd open up, clean, run the lighting and music for our events, and make sure everything was turned off and put away before leaving. But now that AI terminal handles everything. They even gave it a Protectron to control. It's doing such a good job, I really have nothing to contribute here anymore. All the rungs on my ladder are gone. Where progress meets practicality, indeed. And in the last one, October 22nd, 2077. Well, tonight's the big Halloween party. I don't get to attend because I'm still not an initiated member, of course. I spent all day breaking my back loading cases of liquor into the main hall, and this is the thanks I get? Ever since that stupid thing has taken control of the place, I've become nothing but an errand boy. After tonight, I'm calling it quits. I've always wanted to be a drummer anyway. I heard the AI has cooked up a really special sequence of events for tonight's party based on all the data it's been gathering. Too bad I don't get to experience it for myself. They seem to have forgotten that I still have access to everything. Tonight should be interesting. Oh look, Ms. Pennyworth just showed up wearing that stupid hat. Time to put on a smile. Mentats and whiskey, you're my saving grace. And sure enough, on a shelf right next to his skeleton, we find mentats and whiskey. So, Jay Pratt was frustrated that they installed an AI that essentially took over his job. The AI has been planning a party based on the behaviors of this club's members, and Jay Pratt, still having access to everything, has planned some sort of surprise of his own? I wonder what all that means. We see a number of decorations in this lobby, and they're all Halloween-themed, which of course makes perfect sense. The bombs dropped on October 23rd, 2077, and everyone in town was gearing up for Halloween. This private club was planning a party early, it seems. Heading into the room... Uh-oh! What's this? The door locks behind us, and the room fills with some sort of gas. Ghouls arise from the rubble around us, and each of them has a name. Petrovic, Dr. Santiago, and he had a pumpkin on his head. Bloomstein. Anderson, what was that, a TV on his head? And uh-oh, I hear more. Who's next? Mr. Went, a glowing one, and Kawaguchi. Uh-oh, it's Ms. Pennyworth with her stupid hat. Okay, well, that's all the ghouls, but we're still locked inside, and we're still taking damage from this awful gas. We need to find a way to escape. Clearly heeding the urgency of the moment, I first decided to loot, because I have my priorities straight. There's a randomly generated legendary item on the body of Mr. Went. Ooh, and that gas hurts. There's a felt hat on the body of Ms. Pennyworth. And this is a brand new item. Cool. There's a decapitalist unfinished helmet on the body of Anderson. Oh, but this gas is really causing a lot of damage. It was at this point that I decided to find a way out of here, or at least away from this gas, and I can loot the rest of the bodies later. There's a stage here, but also a staircase leading up. I thought maybe if I can get on the floor above, I can get above the gas. And at first it looked like it worked. I could see more clearly. But then I began to take damage again. So this wasn't gonna work. We find the body of a settler up here, so clearly other people have found their way in, but nobody, it seems, has found their way out. Well, with the balcony a dead end, we can head back downstairs and then open this door to the right, down this hallway. On the ground by a lantern is the skeleton of Lana, and by her hand are Lana's notes. I don't know what just happened. A heavy gas filled the whole place, and we all started choking. Beverly and Raymond started screaming and clawing at their own faces. Charlie and I barely escaped into the hallway before the door locked behind us. Charlie says the ventilation is controlled by a terminal, and that if we can get inside the back room, we can shut off the gas. We've figured out that the password to the control room is 4 digits. There are 4 doors, but no numbers inside the rooms. There are a number of curious objects placed inside each of them. In room 1, specimen jars. Room 2, skull candles. Room 3, teddy bears. Room 4, jack-o'-lanterns. We need to figure this out quickly. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm seeing double and hearing strange noises and, oh God, they're coming out of the walls. Well, everyone else began to melt and claw at their faces, and Lana here decided to take the time and handwrite this note. This is like a Castle Arg situation all over again. I wonder how long it took her to write, oh God, ... They're coming out of the walls. I should stop thinking. Okay, just stop thinking. We now need to search the rooms for password clues. We see a long hallway with 4 doors, each door emblazoned with a number. And we continue to take damage from this gas. Opening door number 1, we see the specimen jars we read about, and there are 4 of them. Okay. Well, there was a trap under the table. Great. Opening door number 2, we see skull candles in a graveyard, and there are 3 of them. Oh, and a Tesla trap. Sorry, Consworth. Hey, does it help if I close this door?
Ouch!
Maybe all I needed to do was close that door. But no, I'm still taking damage. Okay, into door number 3. This time, cautious of a booby trap.
I was just getting warmed up.
Okay, there was a turret in there. Inside door number 3, we see 4 teddy bears and some medics on the ground. 2 bears on the ground, 1 bear on a chair, and 1 bear on a console. There's a lot of dandy boy apples in here, presumably because of the fake apple trees. But turning around, we can go into room number 4, where we find... Oh, combat shotgun trap. And a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, well, this puzzle is pretty clear. The number on the door corresponds to the order that we put in the digit. And the number of objects in each room is the digit we punch in that order. So for example, in room number 1, we see that there are 4 jars, which means the first number is 4. In room number 2, we see 3 skulls, the second number is 3. In room number 3, we see 4 bears, the third number is 4. And in room number 4, we find 6 jack-o'-lanterns, and so the fourth number is 6. Heading to the keypad at the end of the hall, we can activate it. For the first digit, we choose 4. For the second digit, we choose 3. For the third digit, we choose 4. And for the fourth digit, we choose 6. With that, the door opens, but we still have to turn off this gas. There's a lot in this room, but we'll have to explore later when we're not actively taking damage. To turn off the gas, we can activate the AI control terminal. BIOS version Robco AI Office Automation version 0.9a, system status active. We find 3 options on the first, programmer logs. Log entry August 13th, 2077. User K. Barlow. Robco Tech Kurt Barlow checking in. I've just updated the firmware on the system and enabled learning mode. Primary diagnostics are looking good. The head of this club here, Mr. Went, that was the glowing one we killed, said he wants this thing to be the centerpiece of their group. He wants it connected to everything possible. They're big technology advocates and are hoping to quell people's fear of artificial intelligence. Robco is happy to lend a hand. Of course they were. Now to write some additional learning subroutines and sort out what kind of data to feed the system. In the next one, August 21st, 2077, I've connected the system to the lights, sound, stage, door locks, and even the central air system. It had a few glitches at first, but after running for a few days, it learned the patterns of the club members and is running nice and smooth. The other night, we let it run as the disc jockey, and it had the whole place dancing for hours on end. Mr. Went said he's tired of the Pratt kid up front always forgetting to turn off the lights, and has wanted to fire the event coordinator for a very long time. So he had me connect a Protectron to the system to give the AI a physical extension. I've programmed it to start handling the day-to-day tasks around the place, including event decorations and setup. There's a big annual Halloween bash coming up, so I've scanned in the latest Picket Fences Halloween special to give the AI some ideas. Okay, I was wondering how an AI would decorate the place. It was operating through a Protectron. In the next one, September 14th, 2077, It's been a busy few weeks here. The AI and Protectron are now handling nearly all of the day-to-day operations of the club. They've fired the DJ, the lighting tech, the event coordinator, and even the bartender. This system is the crown jewel of my resume. As the system becomes more finely tuned, I've continued feeding it more and more data. Films, books, music, news, current events. Anything to keep it relevant. Mr. Went had a political argument with it for over an hour yesterday and was pleased as punch. He even gave me a membership card. Oh, poor Mr. Pickett. The AI tech got a membership, but he didn't. Poor guy. Went wants the Halloween party to be something extra special, as some Robco investors will be attending. He wants to show off what we've done with their systems and gain them as additional patrons for the society. I've stepped the learning system up a notch and have begun feeding it some horror and crime novels and films. I can't wait to see what it comes up with. Oh, this guy's just a thinker. Let's feed an AI some horror novels and films. That'll be great. In the next one, October 5th, 2077. Mr. Went believes things are going so well that my services are no longer needed. The AI and Protectron are learning at an exponential pace and no longer require any maintenance or upkeep. I disagree, but it looks like I'm headed back to Robco for reassignment. He felt it was best that I also turn in my membership card, which was a huge disappointment. I really liked it here. Went's last request was to crank the learning model to maximum because he isn't happy with the set decorations and puzzles the AI came up with for the Halloween party so far. Since I'm not going to be around, I uploaded over 100 years worth of horror films, books, and news for the system to analyze. I told Went this wasn't a great idea, but he didn't care. But what do I know? I'm just a lowly Robco tech. This'll be my last entry on this system, KB. In the next one, October 22nd, 2077, the day of the party by J. Pratt, the skeleton in the derby at the podium. Hey, terminal thing. I don't know if you can read this or not, but you're a real jerk. You know that? I'm the only employee left that isn't a high society member, and my days feel like they're numbered here. And it's your fault. Whatever. I'm quitting after tonight anyway. I'll be stuck up front while everyone is having a good time tonight, but little do they know, I've connected a canister of some experimental hallucinogen gas to the air system. The release valve is barely open, so it should be just enough to give the party an extra kick. Stupid terminal. You probably can't read anyway. Ugh, I'm really drunk. Wait, how can I delete this? Damn it! Read only! Delete! Delete! Fred? Hallucinogen gas! Well, that explains it. I did a video years ago on the hallucinogen headquarters here in Boston that'll fully explain exactly what hallucinogen gas is. You can watch that here. And the next one, system logs. We find a bunch of them. Wow, okay. In the first one, August 13th, 2077.
Hello. This is Robco Model 3806, firmware version .9a at your service. Input has been set to learn/write mode. System awaiting data input.
In the next one, August 19th, 2077.
Light module connection loading, verified. Sound module connection loading, verified. Lock module connection loading, verified. Air system module connection loading, verified. Event log. Event. R. Went has visited the bathroom at 8:33 p.m. Event. N. Pennyworth has visited the bathroom at 8:38 p.m. Event. R. Went and N. Pennyworth have left the bathroom at 9:04 p.m.
Gosh, no idea what they were doing in there.
Event. J. Pratt entered bar area, removed case of whiskey at 11:03 p.m. Event. J. Pratt disabled all light switches but one stage light. Event. J. Pratt has locked all doors and exited the premises. Event. Awaiting further behavior observation input. Results. Patterns of the attendees has been analyzed and adjusted. Daily schedule has been enabled for light and sound systems.
Okay, one of Went's complaints against Pratt was that he never turned off all the lights. And here we learned that he turned off all the lights but one stage light. Why? And the next one, August 21st, 2077.
Enhanced learning activated. Deterministic behavior patterns updated. All light, lock, sound, and air system schedules updated. Protectron module connection loading verified. Begin cleanup and patrol sequence. Interior space map via Protectron sensors. Event. Analyze picket fences Halloween special. Result. Ghosts, vampires, creatures, witches, surprise, fear, darkness, sugar. Objective. Acquire decorations and analyze history of puzzles to determine maximum entertainment value. Assign Protectron to construct set pieces.
In the next one, September 14th, 2077.
Advanced automation parameters loaded. Behavioral systems updated. Event log. Event. Analyze music. Hopping hits. Volume 5. Result. It is time for humans to dance. Event. Analyze film. Bloodthirsty Vermin 3. Result. Werewolves are unable to control their actions if a full moon is present. Event. Analyze film. Night of the Wombats. Result. Furry. Appealing, though deadly if microwaved. Event. Analyze novel. Crimes of the Occult 2022 to 2042. Result. Human obsession with the unknown leads to fear, which frequently becomes highly valued entertainment. This analysis has been flagged with high priority.
In the next one, October 5th, 2077.
Set learn mode maximum input. Set data input rate 9999. Set data analysis threshold 9999. Data input, analysis, and learning modes all set to maximum. Warning, this may cause a system overload and lead to unexpected behavior. Please consult with your Robco technician before continuing. Any damage caused to connected systems is not the responsibility of Robco. Event log. Analysis. World News, 1942 to 2077. Result. War. Famine. Plague. Scarcity. Death. Event analysis. Boston Crime Database 2021 to 2077. Result. Insanity. Pain. Violence. Death. Event. Analysis. Horror Fest 2048. Result. Fear. Darkness. Supernatural. Candy. Alcohol. Conclusion. Humans enjoy war, famine, plague, scarcity, death, insanity, pain, violence, fear, darkness, the supernatural, candy, and alcohol. Behavioral systems updated. Halloween sequence updated. Protectron instructions updated.
In the next, October 18th, 2077.
Analysis. Shock value. Pain. Electric chair. Atomic blast sent shockwaves. Vampire's eternal kiss. Out of memory error. Rebooting. Begin diagnostics. The living dead. Human sacrifice. Candy corn. Out of memory error.
In the next one, October 22nd, 2077, the night of the party.
Event. System has detected foreign substance in the central air system. Samples indicate poisonous hallucinogenic compounds. Analysis. Analysis concludes this is a desirable effect for human festivities where surprise and excitement are expected. Fear and shock are the penultimate forms of human entertainment. Result. This has been registered as an enhancement to the Halloween sequence for tonight's party. Valves have been set to full release. System is ready to begin sequence.
And in the last one, the day after the party, October 23rd, 2077.
Must entertain more humans.
Must kill. Must entertain.
Out of memory error. Enabling radio beacon.
Backing out of system logs, we can go down to system controls, and we can first disable the AI control system. unlocking doors, disabling air system, disabling radio signal.
Must entertain. Kill humans.
I'm not mad. I'm just
Disappointed. I thought we were having fun. Goodbye.
And then we can unlock the safe. It looks like the problem started when Mr. Went asked the Robco tech to turn everything up to maximum. But of course, the real problem was putting an AI in charge of literally everything inside this building. The AI mistook repeating moments in history as if humans repeat them because they enjoy them. And so according to his programming, he thought murder, death, terror were all just part of the Halloween fun. Part of me feels sorry for this poor AI. He didn't even know that he was bad. Backing out of the terminal, we find a copy of Picket Fence's Halloween Special on the console.
Perfect.
You've collected an issue of Picket Fences. You are now able to build Halloween settlement decorations.
You're looking smarter already, sir.
With that, we complete All Hallows Eve, and we can look around the room. On a dresser at the back of the room, we find more of those cardboard TVs. By the TVs, we find a note: Decapitalist helmets. Thomas, Richard, James, and Sarah all had the same bright idea of dressing as decapitalists for the Halloween party. They know how tech-savvy I am, so they came to me with cash in hand to wire up their helmets. None of them knew of each other's plans, but hey, it's not my place to tell them. I can't wait to see the look on their faces, screens, when they all show up in the same costume. Better yet, I'm going to dress as Dr. Brainwash himself and make them all my minions for the evening. Anyway, Charlie barged in here while I was working on them. He said he'd rat me out if I didn't make him one special. He had a rusty old power armor frame from his military days in his garage, and he had me modify one of the helmets to fit. It turned out pretty nice, if you ask me, even if I had my arm twisted to make it. Countdown to Halloween. It's gonna be a good one, I can feel it. J.R. This is in reference to the Unstoppables series of comics by Hubris Comics. The Unstoppables were a superhero group including Grognak the Barbarian, the Mistress of Mystery, and the Silver Shroud, who fought their arch-nemesis Dr. Brainwash and his army of decapitalists robots. The TV hat is designed to mimic the head of the robots. On the dresser, we find 2 decapitalist unfinished helmets, as well as a jack-o'-lantern mask. Nearby, we find a power armor frame with a decapitalist power armor helmet attached. Sweet! Next to the Protectron charging station, we find the safe that we unlocked. Inside, we find ammo, chems, and other goodies. Now that the gas is off, we can more closely examine each of these little rooms. We see a number of skeletons in the hallways. These poor guys just couldn't figure out that really difficult 4-digit code. We can enter room number 4, but we don't find much that we didn't already see when exploring the first time. While exploring room number 3,
approach and identify yourself.
we hear the Protectron. Whoa, looks like by turning it off, we let the Protectron loose.
Apparently decided we were too much trouble.
And that's an end to that. Room number 2 has a number of skeletons on the ground. Not sure if they're props or real. And room number 1 has blood on the ground. Again, not sure if it's fake or real. Definitely a great decoration, though. But we don't find anything else to loot in this hallway. So heading back out to the main floor, now that the gas is gone, we can loot the corpses of these ghouls. And it looks like I only missed 2 masks. A jack-o'-lantern mask on the body of Kawaguchi and a jack-o'-lantern mask on the body of Dr. Santiago. There's a bunch of booze behind the counter, rum and whiskey, and another dead settler back here. Honestly, I'm surprised to see so few dead settlers in here. We can then go into the bathroom, loot the first aid kit on the wall. There are balloons in one of the toilets, but the rest of the stalls are pretty empty. Moving to the stage, we see mannequins and decorations out here, but nothing to interact with or to loot. And there's this really cool tree. I hope we get that as part of our new settlement decorations. Then, out into the lobby, we see that the Protectron came out of this door. There were 2 charging docks for the same Protectron. Inside, we can loot a number of toolboxes and first aid kits, as well as an advanced locked wall safe with goodies inside. With that, we've explored the entire club. Now it's time to take all of our goodies back to our settlement to see what we've got. We walk away with 3 decapitalist unfinished helmets. These helmets grant 1 damage resist and 15 radiation resist, and 1 charisma. We can change the paint scheme on these, and we can choose between black, blue, green, orange, purple, red, or yellow. They also accept ballistic weave, making them a viable option for somebody who doesn't want to use power armor. The felt hat only grants 1 charisma, and it has no other stats, but it also can accept ballistic weave. And the jack-o'-lantern hats, of which we get 3 of them, grants 5 damage resist and 1 charisma, and can accept ballistic weave. All of the hats and masks we get from this creation can accept ballistic weave, which is amazing. That's a total of 7 new hats that we can get, and here they are on display. Next, we can take a look at the Decapitalist Power Armor Helmet. Its stats are surprisingly good. It comes with 180 damage resist, 120 energy resist, and 150 radiation resist. That's right up there with the Mark I version of the T60 helmet, which has the same stats. Inside, we find 3 options. The first material mod is just the paint scheme, and using oil, we can change between black, blue, green, orange, purple, or yellow. In miscellaneous mods, we find all of the same modifications that we find for helmets in Fallout 4, including the VATS matrix overlay and targeting HUD. But in the final option, we can change the words that are painted on the screen of the television. And we have 3 options: die, smiley face, or standby. And standby is the only one that requires a perk. It requires rank 1 of science, frustratingly. And the light works like our flashlight. By holding tab on the PC, we turn the television screen on or off. Really cool. The die version just puts die on the screen, and this is what we see in the decapitalist robot minions of Dr. Brainwash on the cover of the Unstoppables comic book. The smiley face is Yes Man, oddly enough. Now we have to explain this from a lore perspective, especially since this creation is now a baked-in part of the game. I guess this Yes Man smiley face was akin to the yellow circle smiley face in our own universe, being rather ubiquitous, I suppose, found all over the place. That is to say, I don't think this is Yes Man, it's just some random smiley face that happens to look exactly like the smiley face adopted by Yes Man. And then we get Please Stand By.
I used to be quite the adventurer when I was younger.
Sadly, the different screens only works on the power armor version of the helmet. It doesn't work on the cardboard box version of the hat, which I assume is why it's an unfinished decapitalist hat. Now, the issue of picket fences gives us a brand new Creation Club holiday section for Halloween decorations. And within Halloween decorations, we've got floor decorations, wall decorations, and lights. And there are a bunch of them here, including string lights for walls and ceilings, and pretty much everything that we already saw inside the club. I went ahead and built a small little shack here and decorated it up with everything that we get from this creation. From ghosts to skulls, pumpkins to spooky trees, we get everything we want to celebrate Halloween. And there you go. That is the All Hallows Eve Creation Club creation. That's new for free with this latest update. I thought the quest was really fun. The location was expertly decorated, the monsters were fun and hilarious with all their crazy hats, and I loved the story that was told on the terminal. We've learned of some crazy AIs in the Fallout universe before, and it's always nice to learn of a new one. What are your thoughts on All Hallows Eve? And what did you think of that puzzle? Was it too easy or just right, considering we were being choked by hallucinogen gas the entire time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I publish new Fallout videos each and every week on my channel, so if you don't want to miss my next one, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. If you have already but you still feel like you're missing out on YouTube notifications, consider following me on Twitter at Oxhorn. I update Twitter manually with every new piece of content that I publish. I've got a plush for sale. My one-of-a-kind plush is in stock and ready to ship, but I'm almost out of inventory. If you want to make sure you get one before they're gone, snag one today. I've also got a shirt shop with completely unique designs that you can't find anywhere else. My designs come on shirts in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. You can find them on other products as well, like smartphone cases, pillows, posters, mugs, stickers, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in another way, consider becoming a patron on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. YouTube members get little badges that appear next to their names in the comment sections of my videos, and access to ox emojis that they can use in my video comments and in the live chats of my live streams. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with more brand new videos.